Hi guys.
Hey guys.
Hi.
Hi.
Is that here?
Oh.
Yeah, I should change the view. Okay, guys. Hi. Let's turn on camera and say hi to each other. I missed you guys.
Hi.
Hey, Miss Alo. How are you?
I'm not turning on my camera.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi, Miss Alo. Hi. Hi,
Guess
baby.
what?
Hi, Sirardink.
My twin.
Your twin is here.
Guess what?
Why?
Basically a baby cousin's coming to our house soon.
Really?
I like how Miss Alo, every time she comes, she has news for us.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the baby's 5 months old.
5 months old. Wow.
Oh, must be so light.
So light, yeah.
Like,
After
Yeah.
carrying my brother, Gady, he's 4 now. Now when I carry other babies, it's so different because they're so light. That's nice. And Yedidia is growing up. It's like a big boy now.
right?
Yeah.
Wow.
I remember what's it called the first
Yeah.
time, January from now. He grew.
Yeah. Erduno and Hannah, how are you guys?
Good.
Good. Hannah's name is very fancy. Has stars and stuff and emojis. Supposed to be emojis.
It's Alo. Your hair looks nice.
Would you like me to unmute? Thank you. That happened.
Huh?
Would you like me to unmute?
Oh, I was just saying hi to you. Brooke, how are you? Oh, you're
He's
still
still
connecting to the audio.
I thought you said that to get mine, then I was like,
Okay, maybe you should join with the computer audio. And we already know who this is.
Yeah, Nathan.
Nathan is late today. Hey, Nathan. Come on, Nathan.
I bet Nathan is late today because he slept over.
I always wake up early. I'm an early riser person.
Me
Okay, who here likes waking up early?
too. Me.
Me.
Twins. Wow.
Not me. It's not me.
Twins.
Chuchi does not at all.
I'm not a night person. I can go to sleep, eat like at night.
Hi.
Hi.
Bazalo, do you?
I
she
think she's
says
a
hi
night person.
randomly. Do you
A night person.
do you like waking up early? Oh, the older Bazalo.
Oh yes.
You
Oh
do?
wow.
Mercy, I can't hear you.
Oh, waking up in the morning?
Oh.
Or do you like sleeping late?
I can't hear
Sleeping
anybody.
late.
Sleeping late, wow.
Sleeping late.
And I like to wake up early.
I like sleeping late too.
Yeah, Chuchu doesn't like sleeping early.
Really?
It's annoying.
I
Yeah,
set a
because
bedtime.
there's school tomorrow. I'm like, hey,
It's at
go.
100.
He's like, oh, he can't hear us.
That 87.
Baby Joe just asked if there's school tomorrow.
Can you guys hear something?
Yes. Yes. It's like a phone call. Yeah, that's what I hear too.
All right. Okay. Nathan will join again. Okay, guys, before we start, I think we should okay, I'm gonna let hey Katie.
Oh.
Okay, Gary, you can choose. Okay, listen. Gary, you listening? Should we do the Bible pledge or review?
The Bible.
Bible pledge. Okay. Gary said Bible pledge. We're gonna do
That's
the
the
Bible
routine.
pledge. Yes, that's the routine. Okay.
While she gets it ready, has anybody gotten out of school this week?
No.
No?
Yes, I did.
Chuchu's done with
Lucky.
school, y'all.
Monday, I'm returning
Luckiest
my
child in
computer.
this house. You are the luckiest child in the world.
Because we finished the 28th this week.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna finish
What
school
am I
at June 3rd.
June 3rd?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah, it's like, oh, actually, my friend, she'll finish like by the end of June or something, because when they start school,
Yeah.
they start super late.
In South
Yeah.
Carolina, they start like August 28 and they end school. in
My friend,
June.
she starts at like September.
Really?
Yeah, she's in like a whole nother state.
But they end late though.
But she lives
Right,
in
yeah.
Asia.
No,
Huh?
that's Asia and the US. Their time zones are really different. So, but their
Did you
school
guys
times are
know?
different.
Let me tell you guys a fun fact. Are you guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
You probably
I
know
was
this.
bored ready.
You were bored already?
Okay. Nathan.
I was bored.
In Ethiopia, their first year is not January, September. Month, I'm
Oh.
sorry. Month.
That's like the New
They
Year's.
start with September, and that's their new year.
So you know how we go.
I have no
January,
idea
February, they
what
go
you're talking
September,
about.
October, November.
I
They
don't
go
understand.
September, October, November. Yeah.
Only 3 months of school?
Huh?
How many months of school are there in Ethiopia?
Oh,
I think 10. It's the same. Yeah, 2 months break. Yeah. It's just I guess their year months are different where they start. Yeah, so September would be
Timing.
like New Year
No,
and stuff.
a beautiful star. Another kind of star. A star?
I think she's talking about.
Yeah,
Oh, Brooke still hasn't connected.
it's Hannah.
Hmm?
It's Hannah, the star. I know, yeah. Yeah, he probably didn't join with the camera or whatever. Okay, so we're gonna admit someone in, and we're gonna go straight to our Bible pledge, and then after we learn, we're gonna review, okay?
Here.
And I'm gonna be asking someone what we'll do next because I'm telling you guys the schedule. You know, we're old. We're 99. We might forget. Okay, so we're counting on you guys.
No,
So-
you're 15.
After that, we're gonna review after the Bible pledge, and after that, we'll review
Our lesson.
our lesson, and then we'll watch a song, and then we'll go to our
At the end, we'll watch the song.
yeah after the PowerPoint, or I think it should be before because the PowerPoint has questions.
Can I read the Bible pledge?
Yes,
Mhm.
please go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, turn off your
I
camera.
We need to turn off ours as well.
Why do we need to turn off our camera?
Make it work
So it
better.
won't be slow, yeah.
Okay.
Your camera was never turned on. Okay, we also need to make sure that we're muted too.
Yeah.
Yes, Katie?
You're talking to you. No, I'm not. Yes, I did. Do I start? I pledge allegiance to the Bible, God's holy word. I will make it a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path, and will hide its words in my heart that I might not sin against God.
Okay.
Good job. Thank you.
And let's say this
Okay.
one together.
Please don't go too fast. We're gonna say it with y'all too. Romans 3:23. 1, 2, 3. For all have sinned
and
and
fell
fall
short of
of the glory of God. Yes, yes. And John 3:16.
For
God
so loved the earth
world
that he gave
gave
his
his
only
only
Son,
Son,
that whoever believes in him shall not perish,
ever
but have
believe
eternal life.
shall not perish but have eternal life.
Good job. And then 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 11.
Therefore,
Therefore, encourage one another and build each other up, just as in fact as you are doing. Okay, Nathan, I need you to read 1 Thessalonians 5:11 in an accent, with an accent. It can be British, whatever accent you want.
therefore, encourage one another and build up each other, just as in fact you are doing.
Who else want to try?
Bay.
Go ahead.
She got a good one.
Therefore, encourage.
I hear you.
Okay. Therefore.
In an accent.
Can I say another one?
Okay.
Let me see do it.
They are. Therefore,
Encourage.
one another and the
Build
build
each.
each other up, just as in that you are doing.
Can I say another one?
Okay, go ahead. Good job, Chu.
Therefore, encourage one another and build up each other, just as in fact you are doing.
Let Nardi try. I want Nardi to try.
Therefore, encourage one another and
I can't hear her. Come closer to the device.
therefore encourage one another and build each other up, just as in fact you are doing.
Okay, good job. Who wants to do books of the Bible? How many books are in the Old Testament?
39.
How many are in the New?
27.
27.
All together?
66.
66. Good job, guys. Now let's go ahead. Go ahead and read. Who wants to read?
Can I read the New Testament?
Okay, you read the New Testament.
First.
Besalot. Besalot, the older Besalot. Can you read for us?
Old Testament?
Yeah, you didn't participate today.
Sorry, I was eating.
Oh no, it's okay. You want us to pick someone else? We can come back
No,
to
I want to
you.
read. I want to read.
Okay, go ahead.
Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus. Is it Leviticus?
Yeah, Leviticus.
Numbers, geometry,
Deuteronomy, go ahead.
Joshua, Judges, Ruth, First Samuel, Second Samuel, First Kings, Second Kings, First Chronicles, Second Chronicles, Ezra, Nehemiah, Esther, Job, Psalms,
Psalms.
Proverbs,
He's silent. Go ahead.
Ecclesiastes,
Ecclesiastes.
Song of Solomon or Song of Songs, Isaiah, Jeremiah, Lamentations, Ezekiel, Daniel, Hosea, Joel, Amos, Obadiah, Jonah, Micah, Nahum, Habakkuk, Zephaniah, Haggai, Zechariah, and Malachi.
Good job. Good job. Now, Nathan, go ahead with the New Testament.
Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Acts, Romans, 1 Corinthians, 2 Corinthians, Galatians, Ephesians, Philippians, Colossians, 1 Thessalonians, 2 Thessalonians, 1 Timothy, 2 Timothy, Titus, Philemon, Hebrews, James, 1 Peter, 2 Peter, 1 John, 2 John, 3 John, Jude, Revelation.
Good job. Okay.
Yes. Okay, so we need to stop sharing. Okay. Turn on our camera. It's okay.
Review time.
Review time. Yes. Okay. Guys, turn on your camera.
All of us?
Yeah. We want to see you guys.
Yeah, Nathan, we would like to see you guys for review. Okay. Hey, Brooke. Hi. I don't think, oh, your mic is working now. How are you?
Wait,
You guys,
Nathan with the beard.
Brooke is gonna be an older brother soon
Oh yeah.
to a little brother,
How
to a
long?
baby brother. Pretty soon, maybe a month or so,
Mm.
or maybe less than a month. I'm not sure, but he's gonna be an older brother, huh?
Nathan's
Okay, true. Please mute your mic. Okay, so we're gonna review what happened last time. What did we learn last time? We kept learning about this guy. His name starts with D. Who is he?
David?
David. We kept learning about him for I think
And
3
what
or
was-
4 weeks in a row. 2 weeks.
Jonathan the armor bearer.
Did we learn about David and his
Yeah, it
best
was kind
friend?
of
8 weeks.
yeah. Okay.
David and his best friend?
Last
Nathan
week,
has a
what was,
beard.
what was last week's story though?
David and his best friend?
David becoming king.
Yes, David becomes king.
Yeah, and so tell us the story, guys. We forgot.
Mhm.
Wait, I thought it was Jonathan.
That was
Nope.
the week
Yeah.
before. Who could tell us the story of David becomes king?
I wish I could, but I forgot.
It's Jonathan. Mhm.
Jonathan was in it, y'all.
He was in the story, but
It had something to do with Jonathan's dad as well. Okay, go ahead, Chichi.
What is that? Wait, what am I reading again?
See, you're not paying attention. You're just raising your hand, dude. Okay.
No, I do want to read.
Okay, we're not reading anything.
I
Please mute your
know.
mic.
What is the title?
Oh, okay. What did we learn last week? About Jonathan and the king and David.
So I haven't ever.
Okay, guys, we're gonna do this skit for you guys, okay? I'm gonna be please mute your mic, Misha. I'm gonna be David and she'll be Jonathan. Okay?
Oh no, this is gonna go terribly.
I don't know what Jonathan did.
Okay, so okay. David tells them that I think your dad doesn't like me and he's trying to kill me. You say, no way. And then you're like, we should make a plan and everything. And then I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna come to the dinner. And then you'd be like, oh, I'll tell my dad that it's with your family. It's just funny. Okay. Hello, Jonathan, my best friend. Guys, pay attention. Pay attention. It's like you're in a theater. Like you're in a theater. Okay.
Mhm.
Hey, Jonathan, my best friend.
Hi, David, my best friend.
Your dad doesn't like me, the king. I think.
Saul, my father doesn't like you. No.
Yes,
he
I feel like he's trying to kill me.
Let's make a plan.
Okay, what should we do?
King Saul is hosting a dinner. He wants you to come.
Yeah, I'm expected to be there. Dude,
Who says dude to a little kid, dude?
I say dude all the time. Okay. So if he asks for me, if your dad, King Saul, if he asks for David, tell him that I'm spending the time with my family, but I'm gonna hide under a rock. And when you come back, what should be the sign that you're back?
The arrow.
The arrow. Okay.
That was the best that we could do.
Your best. We tried our best.
Okay.
Okay, so
Yeah, we learned that David was to become king because King Saul had turned away from God and disobeyed him. And so Jonathan told him.
Joseph? Who's Joseph?
Let's go.
Yeah, Joseph.
And his little brother.
Okay, please mute your mic. It's echoing, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Okay. So based on what we just did, what can you guys tell about the story? So I'll start you guys off. David and Jonathan were talking, and then they were
Was the
talking.
story about his
Say.
best friend or?
Jonathan and David are best friends, and David is worried that Jonathan's dad loves him too much or
Dead. Wants him dead.
hates that he wants him dead.
Like him.
Yeah, he doesn't like him at all. And then they had a plan to see if that was true. Okay, we didn't get to the dinner part, to what actually happened, but let's go to their plan. So their plan was that the king, he's hosting a dinner, and David is expected to be there. That means he has to be there, right? And then David decides not to go, right? And then what happens? What was their plan? What would Jonathan say if the dad asks?
He said he had.
Said he would go to a family meeting.
Yes, with his family.
He said he's spending good with his family. Guys, and then the sign was an arrow because David is gonna hide. Okay.
Yeah. So then after that.
Yeah, what actually happens in the dinner, guys, when Saul finds out that David's seat was empty?
He tried to go bye-bye with Jonathan.
He pointed his sword at his son.
Yeah, he threw
He
it.
got really angry and mad, right? And that's when they realized that he actually wanted to kill David. And then Jonathan goes to David, and then he tells him, my dad actually wants to kill you. And then he tells him to hide. So Jonathan, he kind of warns David.
Yeah, he has to leave.
What was the last phrase that's recorded in the Bible that Jonathan said to David?
He said something about
You will be next.
gonna be good
I
soon.
know it, and even my father knows it.
Yes, yeah. He said, you're gonna be the king over Israel. And he said, and I'm gonna be by your side, and even my dad knows that, right? So it was kind of sad because it was kind of it was I feel like it.
Give us a second, guys. Wait.
Okay.
Yeah, and then that was the last thing that Jonathan said to David, and he actually becomes king. And in 2 Samuel, I believe, he becomes anointed
by Samuel.
Yeah, to actually be the official king.
At a young
And
age.
what age was he when he became king?
30.
30. And how long did he rule for?
40
Yes.
40.
40 years, yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, David became king of Israel, and they really liked him as their king, and they really obeyed him too.
He was a nice king.
He was actually afraid
A good king.
that they wouldn't like him.
Yeah.
But okay, so this week's lesson is about Gideon. So Gideon becomes a judge.
Show me Gideon.
Yeah.
No, the one in the Bible.
Yeah, guys, Gideon.
The one with the Midianites and 300.
Not this Gady, guys, okay? Not this one. Let me pin him for y'all. Hi, Gady. Okay, yeah. Guys, it's not that Gady, okay?
Not this one.
Where's Mom?
Not this
I
one.
know that.
Yeah. It's the one from the Bible. Okay. See, Diane is gonna go over the summary for us, guys. Make sure you pay attention, and then we'll go ahead and sorry,
Go to the
video, and then after the video, we'll
watch
a song.
Question
time.
Okay. First, I said the story is Gideon becomes judge, right? Do you guys know what a judge is?
Chuye,
Yeah.
can you lower your volume? Like I can hear it from here. Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead.
So do any of you guys know what a judge is?
Like a like when they judge things,
Like
in
yeah.
like Americans Got
Of
Talent.
course, everyone
You
knows.
guys, I know you guys would say that
Who
because
doesn't
now
know?
a judge is someone that would tell somebody about tell somebody about themselves, like you're
Judge 'em.
guilty or if you're not guilty or yeah, you did good in this
Yeah.
song.
I thought
Yeah,
you were
like
talking
judge
about. I
someone.
thought you were talking about the Americans Got Talent.
Yeah, I mean they kind of judge too.
Mhm.
They
They
kind of
do
judge
judge
if
too.
it's like good or bad. That's why they're called judges. There are different kinds of judges, but
But yeah.
yes, it's like them deciding.
American Got Talent.
But in the Bible, a judge is not, it wasn't like it how it is now. A judge was like a special ruler chosen by God. And so back then the children of Israel needed help. So God gave them rulers, and these rulers were called judges. And they helped Israel fight their enemies, and the judges told the people to do what God said. And Gideon was actually the 5th judge of Israel. And so in this story, Gideon was actually the son of Joash. Gideon was a powerful military leader, a judge, a prophet, and a farmer. And so one day an angel came to Gideon and told him that God was going to use him to save Israel and destroy their enemies. Gideon was doubtful. Gideon wasn't mighty, he wasn't powerful or strong. And so he asked himself, how could God use me? And so but the angel told him and assured him that God had chosen him for this. And Gideon did everything God had asked him to, but he was still doubtful. So Gideon asked a sign from God, and God sent 2 signs actually. And once Gideon saw these signs, he went to battle for the Lord and defeated many enemies with the power of God. And one of these battles was the 300 men. So that's the one that we're going to learn about today.
I was looking at what this.
The 300 men. I
Okay.
thought we were going to learn about Gideon.
Gideon was the one that led the 300 men.
Guys, this is actually very interesting because we saw some miracles happening when 2 armies are going to a battle, and one of them is God's, but they don't have enough power on their own. And then we see God working in very different ways, in amazing ways, and he helps them defeat a large army. And
This is actually the same as Jonathan and the armor bearer.
yes,
Once you guys know the story of the 300 men, you will see that it's almost the same.
we actually mentioned Gideon. I remember we mentioned we've actually mentioned
Gideon or Gabriel.
yes, we mentioned Gideon, and yeah, this is
hear
gonna be
me?
very interesting, guys. And anything else you want to add, Steve?
Oh yeah, and so why every time you guys see how God makes the people that his people are like only less than what the other people are, because in an army usually there is 30,000 to 20,000 men fighting, but in this one you only have 300.
300.
And so
300.
and so the reason why he does this is to show his power, because God wanted to make sure that he received glory through this victory. Because if people went to battle, right, and so they wouldn't, it was only 300 men, they wouldn't think that these 300 men won by themselves. They would know that God did it for them. And so that's why every time God is showing his power through these people.
Yes, and I believe Romans or Corinthians, it says my power, it says, is God saying to Paul, he said, power is made perfect in weakness, meaning God shows his power when we are like the weakest, when we don't have what it takes, when we believe we don't have what it takes and stuff. I don't think they can hear me. Can you guys hear me? Thumbs up.
Yeah.
Yes, we can hear you.
Where is the
Can
thing?
you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you guys. Where was I?
Can you?
That through the weakest.
Yeah, so God really shows his power when we're the weakest, when we don't have the power, right? So he showed how powerful he was when it was only Jonathan and the arm bearer, right?
Mhm.
And then he made an earthquake, and he made those people fight by themselves, and that was all God's plan. And so it shows us that I used to doubt myself. I'm like, wait, I'm not good enough for this. But then when God helps me and he guides me through it.
Can you say 8 if you hear me?
8.
Okay, thank you.
Eight.
You're welcome.
Okay, guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so God shows his power through our
In our weakest moments. Okay.
okay. Let's find the video.
Okay, yeah, but you explained it.
I'll explain
Alright.
it more after they watch the video. I
So
feel
we're
like
gonna
they'll
watch the video.
understand.
Yeah, okay.
Hey.
So guys, get ready. We're about to watch the video and pay attention closely.
Turn off your camera. We turned off ours. Make sure you're
Before-
muted.
Before do the video.
Why
I
did
did-
Marcia is this?
before we start the video, I wanted to say this. Both of you are really pretty.
Aw.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. That just made our day. Nathan's like, thank you. You're beautiful too. Everyone here is. Thank you very much.
I really
Hey,
appreciate
you're
it.
not
Just
pretty.
last week we were saying, oh my goodness, Miss Alex is so pretty.
Yeah.
But thank you, Miss Alex.
You're
You're
so
welcome.
sweet. Nathan, try being sweet like this.
Yes, please.
Mercy, I'm
Oh,
Always cyberbullying us.
Right. Cyberbullier.
so close to leaving this meeting.
Okay. Never mind. Nathan's nice. You're pretty too, Nathan. Okay, fine.
She's a girl that.
He's a boy.
Fine, Nathan. Okay, Nathan's nice, guys. We're gonna go start the video. Make sure you pay attention, okay? And Nathan, don't be thinking about what someone said like last time. Make
Mhm.
sure you pay attention.
I'll try not to.
Okay.
Israel continued to disobey God. They had
Oh.
fallen into idol worship and neglected God's Israel continued to disobey God. They had fallen into idol worship and neglected God's commandment to worship him and him alone. For this, God's punishment was heavy on Israel, and he gave them over into the hands of the Midianites. For 7 years, Israel suffered terrible hardship under the oppression of the Midianites, who, along with the Amalekites and people from the east, plundered Israel's livestock and produce, leaving none for Israel's own use. The people complained to God, and he sent them a prophet to explain why this hardship was upon them. It was their sin and disobedience that had caused it. During that time, there was a young man named Gideon. He was beating out wheat in a winepress when the angel of the Lord appeared to him and said, "The Lord is with you, O mighty man of valor." Gideon wasn't feeling very brave or very happy. If the Lord is with us, then why do we suffer so much? And why are we being oppressed by the Midianites? The Lord then looked at Gideon and said, "Go and deliver Israel from the hands of the Midianites." Gideon was in shock. How would he, a young man from the weakest clan of the tribe of Manasseh, be able to deliver Israel from the Midianites? The Lord replied by assuring Gideon that God would be with him. God was going to give him the strength to fight the Midianites, and he would give them victory. Gideon was in disbelief. If this indeed was true, he needed to make sure that God was going to pull through. He then proceeded to ask the angel of the Lord for a sign. "If you will protect me and help me, then give me a sign, and I will believe you." So Gideon went in to prepare a food offering to God. When he came out, the angel of the Lord told him to put the food on a rock and proceeded to touch the food with his staff. When that happened, fire sprung up and consumed the entire food offering. At that moment, the angel of the Lord vanished from Gideon's sight. God just showed Gideon a mighty sign. That night, God continued to work in Gideon's heart, preparing him for the big task ahead. He told Gideon to break down the statue of Baal his father built and cut down the Asherah next to it. These false gods were what got Israel in trouble. Israel was still foolish enough to believe that a wooden statue could actually help them, instead of relying on the one true God. Gideon was still scared and needed more courage. He asked God for another sign. This time, he was going to lay a wool fleece outside. If, when he awoke, there was dew on the fleece, but none on the dry ground, he would be sure that God was with him. Just as Gideon asked, it happened. The next morning when he woke up, the fleece was wet, and the ground around it and everywhere else was dry. God listened to Gideon's request and gave him a sign. But poor Gideon was still scared and needed more reassurance. Gideon then asked for a reversal of the first sign. This time, he asked God to make the ground wet, but keep the fleece dry. And so it happened. The ground was wet, and the fleece was dry. This time, Gideon knew that God was really going to use him to save Israel from the Midianites. The next morning, Gideon and thousands of men assembled together, waiting on instructions from the Lord. The Lord knew that Gideon had to understand and see firsthand God's miraculous deliverance and victory. For this to happen, Gideon's army needed to be less in number. There were simply too many warriors. If they won, they would surely take credit for themselves and not give it to God.
Guys, y'all need to listen to this
And
part. It's very
everywhere else
important,
was
okay?
dry.
So I put it back a little.
God listened to Gideon's request and gave him a sign. But poor Gideon was still scared and needed more reassurance. Gideon then asked for a reversal of the first sign. This time, he asked God to make the ground wet, but keep the fleece dry. And so it happened. The ground was wet, and the fleece was dry. This time, Gideon knew that God was really going to use him to save Israel from the Midianites. The next morning, Gideon and thousands of men assembled together, waiting on instructions from the Lord. The Lord knew that Gideon had to understand and see firsthand God's miraculous deliverance and victory. For this to happen, Gideon's army needed to be less in number. There were simply too many warriors. If they won, they would surely take credit for themselves and not give it to God. So God told Gideon to let all the men who were scared go home. Immediately, 22,000 of the 33,000 walked away. There were only 10,000 left, and this was too small a number to battle the Midianites. Gideon was confused, but continued to trust God. Then Gideon took the men to a stream of water. God told Gideon that all men who drank from the stream bent down like dogs should go home as well. Those who scooped up the water in their hand could stay. Out of the 10,000 remaining, only 300 men remained. There they went. Thousands of capable warriors left Gideon's army, and only 300 remained. God really wanted to show Gideon that victory comes from the mighty power of God, not by the strength of men. That night, Gideon and his tiny little army looked down at the huge Midianite camp. Gideon trusted God, but the Midianites were so many. So God told Gideon to go down to their camp and spy on them. When he did, he returned filled with courage. The Lord once again strengthened his heart, and Gideon was finally ready for battle. With his tiny army, Gideon launched the plan of attack. He gave each warrior one trumpet, one torch, and a jar to hide their torch. In the dark of night, they would stand on the mountains around the Midianite army. When Gideon blew his trumpet, it would be a sign for everyone else to blow theirs. Then they would break their jars and shout, "For the Lord and for Gideon." They carried it out exactly as planned. When Gideon gave the signal, the 300 men blew on their trumpets and shattered their clay jars. The sound of shattering pottery echoed off the mountains, filling the valley below with the noise. The Midianites were awake, confused and scared. They looked up at the flickering torches all around them, heard the crashing sound of the breaking jars, the piercing blasts of the trumpets. They didn't know what to do. In their confusion, they grabbed their weapons and started running and fighting anyone and everyone, thinking they were battling Israel. It was a sight to behold. The confusion spread so rapidly that the Midianites ran away. Gideon and his 300-men army pursued them, and it was not long before they defeated the mighty Midianites. That day, God delivered the Midianites into the hands of Gideon. God's mighty power once again proved that he was the one true God, and that he wanted to bless and protect his people. All Israel had to do was to put their trust in God and serve him alone.
It just got me a question.
Am
How
I
many
allowed?
how many Christians are there in this world?
Oh, probably over 1 million.
A billion, actually. It's over 1 billion.
Probably because
Aren't most people, isn't Christianity like the most religion?
The most religion in the world is Christian.
Yeah, yeah. So
It's like 4 billion or 5 billion.
because there's 7 billion people out of 7 billion, I think. More than
most are, of course, Christians because there are different kinds of Christianities as well. There's
Protestants.
yeah, Baptist. No, Baptist. I think Protestant. No, Baptist isn't.
Jehovah Witness,
Jehovah Witness.
Catholic, Orthodox. Okay, now while
I
we
searched
talk
it
about
up.
the
I
video,
searched it up, and it said 2.5 billion.
2.5 billion.
okay, yeah, I feel like most are Christians. You guys are gonna tell us what stood out to you guys.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Well, I prepare a song for you guys. Okay, go ahead, Nathan. Talk with her.
1/3 of the earth is Christian.
1/3.
Wow.
Wow. So I wonder what the other half is.
It's not really like
I feel like it
because
might-
there are a bunch of other ones. Jewish. There are a lot of Jewish
yeah,
people
Jewish,
as well
yes.
as Muslim.
Mhm.
And
I
then
think
there's
that's the three.
Buddha.
No, I think the 3 top would be
Yeah, the three.
Christianity,
Yeah, Muslim and Jewish. Okay.
But what did you guys learn? What do you think the lesson of this story is? Anybody could explain.
Or just tell us what stood out to you guys. So it was like amazing.
What was amazing?
Yeah, like what did you guys? What was like one thing you noticed that just stuck with you? That stood out.
I thought you said what was amazing. I was gonna say you.
Oh.
you guys.
Man, why didn't you say me?
Wait, who said? Why didn't you say me? Who said that?
Nathan probably.
Maybe.
Definitely Nathan. Okay.
Everyone is pretty and handsome here.
Nathan's flashing.
Okay, we're still choosing a song.
Thanks.
But one thing that stood out to me was how did you guys notice how when they went to go fight, it was only 300, and so instead of them actually fighting, the Israelis didn't even have to fight. all they had to do was blow their trumpets and like break their jars to show like the torches inside. And then like the Midianites quickly start to run away, and so they start to actually fight each other, just like how it happened in Jonathan and the armor bearer. And that was what I was referring to earlier, how I said it's gonna be like the same as Jonathan and the armor bearer, because they start to fight each other also in this story.
BRB.
Hmm?
Oh yeah. Be right back.
All right.
Okay, we're gonna open this song, but it doesn't have, I couldn't find any other song for Gideon. Others are videos. So I hope
it
you
copyright?
enjoyed this from 6 years ago.
We just chose a random song.
Brand
We'll
new.
see.
6 years ago,
We'll
y'all.
see.
Very modern. Guys, go choo.
And then after this, we're gonna do questions, and then
Yes.
that'll be it.
Okay. Oh, I gotta do the thing. Oh, it's close.
Just look at this.
So tired.
Wait.
It doesn't really have.
Yeah, exactly.
Naruto's just joined.
Is it hard teaching?
Okay, guys, we're gonna let you guys listen, okay?
Because there's no like video
Yeah.
to it. It's just the song.
Okay.
Okay, so
Tell us if you like it.
let me know if you guys can hear it. We've never heard it too.
We've never heard it, so
We're with you guys. It's praises. It's pirates.
praises.
And spoke unto God's man. Listen, valiant Gideon, you shall conquer Midian. Here is my battle plan. Gideon, marching off to fight. Pitcher in his left hand, trumpet in his right. Though it may seem foolish not to trust in the sword, Gideon was no fool, for he trusted in the Lord. 300 men obeying God's command, preparing for the fight. Trusting in the Savior, bold in their behavior, marching into the night. Gideon, marching off to fight. Pitcher in his left and trumpet in his right. Though it may seem foolish not to trust in the sword, Gideon was no fool, for he trusted in the Lord. Gideon said to God, "O Lord, who am I to face this mighty foe? Look at whom thou speakest, Lord, I am the weakest. Surely I cannot go." Gideon, marching off to fight. Pitcher in his left and trumpet in his right. Though it may seem foolish not to trust in the sword, Gideon was no fool, for he trusted in the Lord.
Did you guys like the Did you guys like the song?
That's interesting.
But I don't like
Yeah,
that. But the fact that it was loud hurted my ears.
Gideon, what?
I hated it. It's horrible.
Tell them. Do you like it?
It creeped me.
Gideon doesn't like the
I
song.
know it is
It's super loud.
It's
It was actually
scary.
our first time that we heard
So
it.
loud.
Kind of scary, but I like it. It is very creepy though.
That's why I did this.
Okay, guys, we're
Can you hear me?
You guys are gonna tell the story. Nathan, what do you think? Get out.
I didn't like it.
You didn't like it?
No.
It was a little bit cringy.
I loved it.
Out. Talk on your computer.
It was.
I have
too
to
loud.
agree with Bashalit. It's cringy.
Yeah, it's like cringy.
Mm.
Gideon.
Gideon.
Why couldn't they say my name? Like, what the heck?
Imagine,
Nathan.
see, you're alone in the house and you think you're alone, and I whisper, Gideon, and I sing that song.
That song.
You just hear a whisper. Okay, I'm scaring the kids.
Mhm.
All right. No. Yeah.
Okay, guys, we're gonna start the Q&A. Make sure you guys turn off your cameras.
We need to do that too.
Yay.
So, no, not you.
Kids.
Okay. So Gideon the judge.
Gideon. And
So
what
what is
is
this?
happening here? What are
So
the
basically, there's a lot of people who are like praising fake gods and statues.
Yes.
What was the name
The
of this
name
fake
of
statue?
this fake
Actually-
god. They say
Wait.
God, but it's like multiple. Yeah. It starts with being.
Should actually be here. This
Yeah.
one. What did he destroy? Which
He
statue?
destroyed
His daddy's
all
idol.
he destroyed all those fake gods due to
What
God.
was the name?
What was the name of this one?
It starts with B.
Baal.
Yes. And so,
Good job, Nathan. He's so
what
smart.
was this?
The first correct thing you ever said.
What did he say? What?
The first correct thing Mercy has ever said.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm always
so-
nice to Nathan.
What happens in here?
I think that's an angel sent from the Lord.
And as I said before, so an angel came to Gideon one day when he was in the field. So here, what do you guys think the angel's telling Gideon?
What
How
did
to
the
fight the
angel say?
Israelites?
He said, go to war with the Midianites.
He told him that God was going to use Gideon to save Israel and destroy their enemies.
And what is in Gideon's head, guys?
He thinks that he's not strong enough and he's scared.
Was he really?
He was being
He
scared.
wasn't.
He was weak.
Yeah.
He wanted to make the angels or God show a sign.
Yeah. And so he was doubtful because he wasn't a good warrior. Plus the clan that he is in, they said, what was the name? Manasseh.
No, Manasseh.
Mhm.
Manasseh.
Manasseh. Mhm.
Manasseh. Not
Mhm.
sure.
Was the weakest clan. And so Gideon in this picture was like, aha, I came up with an idea.
He needed a sign.
Yeah.
What did he ask the angel to do? He gave him a bread. It was a bread. The angel had a staff, meaning that long stick. Who else had a staff? When you think of staff, who comes to your mind?
His staff,
Moses comes to my mind.
Mine's Eli.
poking it with my brothers.
Remember it? So
He used his
Wait,
staff.
what you say? What you say?
Who comes to your mind when you think of a staff? He said Eli.
Mercy said Moses.
Yeah.
I think of Elijah.
I
Yeah.
think I was poking it with my brother.
Yeah. Moses, I think mostly because
Yeah.
he parted the
He was with the stick.
and
that one.
his staff also turned into a snake, and then he
Even
ate
miracles.
all the other ones. Yeah.
Oh, that story?
Water into
You
Was
know,
it
people
like-
in Ethiopia, older people, they actually have like their staff.
Is it the Moses story?
Yeah,
I find it. I find the staff's cool.
you'll have one. I'll buy you one when you grow old. Will you guys buy Zion a staff when she grows old, y'all?
Staffs are fake, okay?
Shoot. What do you
The
mean?
bad news is that the Gideon song is stuck in my head.
Gideon? I know.
The song
Okay,
that you
so-
played, it's stuck in my head now.
Okay.
What happens to the bread, y'all? It's very catchy. I understand. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. I said it's
Okay.
very catchy. The song. Yeah.
Gideon.
Okay, so guys, what happens to the bread?
It goes on fire.
It disappears.
But it said it went on fire.
No, guys, no. It disappeared, and then it was
12 o'clock.
That scared me.
turned into an apple. Right, guys?
Wait, what?
No, you're
okay,
right.
yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, it said flame. Pooh. Okay.
So you see the bread, and so this is
Now
him.
God told him to do something. Oh, what is he doing?
He's breaking all of the fake gods.
Yeah.
Strike back.
This is the first time that
The
Gideon
wool.
asked.
He wanted the wool to be wet and everything else dry.
And he
And he was
asked
still
again.
unsure, and so the wool would be dry and everything else wet.
And so once he realized this, he knew he had no choice but to serve God. And so he went to go fight the Midianites with only 300 men.
Well, there were a lot of people, but then God
Oh,
told
yeah.
him to reduce the number so that they could see God's miraculous power, right? God's miraculous power.
And so he reduced the men by those who lacked water.
First, it was like whoever was scared and doesn't want
And
to fight, whoever thinks of their family, you can go home. And then there were some.
22,000 left.
Yeah,
And only
23,000 out of 30,000.
Yeah.
And
so
then
10,000 were left. And those
from those, whoever drank water, whoever drank it like went on their knees and drank it like a dog, they would go back. But the ones that drink it from their mouth, from their
What you're thinking that's interesting. Ew. Jesus Christ. Ew, we have to.
Okay, and so here he sends them home. And then 300 stay and they're looking over to see their enemies, and they see it's a lot of them.
So
They
it's a
go
plan. Their plan was like
to put
when they
torches
was
in a jar. and
yeah,
have
when
300
they were
trumpets.
still asleep, they went around them. This like they surrounded every tent and stuff, and they had those torches. And then go ahead. Yeah, and then they were lighting things on fire,
They
and then
threw the jar with the torches inside.
yeah, and so it was still nighttime. They couldn't see each other, so
And
they
blew the 300 trumpets.
yeah. And then they started fighting each other, and it just
then-
went chaos.
Now, my favorite, my Q&A slides.
Q&A with Gideon.
Okay.
Come on.
How long had Israel endured hardships under the Midianites?
7 years.
This is good job. Israel was oppressed for 7 years.
Wow, it's like she was waiting for it.
If your smartphone or computer suddenly died, how would you recover all your photos?
By charging it again and trying to recover all of them. Like, I mean, obviously.
Like,
By charging it.
Honestly, I don't understand
Yeah.
the question. What is it
I
like?
would
If
say
it's dead, you
charge
charge it. Yeah.
like when I'm on, like when I'm, like for an
What if you
example,
lost
when
it?
I'm on my computer and then my internet goes out, I just be really, really mad.
like
I
the
go
I
crazy.
hate internet problems.
I drive everyone crazy
Yeah,
when internet is
Wi-Fi
out.
issues, they get on my nerves. Everyone hates
I'll
it.
have to check.
Continue.
Yeah.
Okay, so what did God tell Gideon to do?
To fight the Midianites?
Yes, to fight the Midianites. He said, I have chosen you, and when the angel came
Yeah.
to save my people.
Mhm.
And so that's exactly what he did. God told Gideon to deliver Israel from the Midianites. So would you wash a dog in the middle of the living room?
No.
No.
Oh, your carpet would get dirty, the walls would get dirty. You would get dirty.
No.
Yeah.
Because I do not have a dog. Outside.
But if there was
Yeah.
a reward, then I would.
Okay, so how did God assure Gideon that he could deliver Israel from the Midianites?
I don't know the answer to that question.
Me too.
Okay, so God told Gideon that he would be with him and give him strength. Yes, God told Gideon many times, I am with you. He said he shouldn't be afraid because he's there with him. So he kept his promise and stayed with him. Okay. I don't know if you guys would know this one, but at a professional football game, the head coach comes into the stands and tells you to play quarterback. What do?
Run away.
Run away?
I do that.
This is a professional football game. If you're not experienced or nothing,
Would you do it?
it's scary because you don't know what could happen. You could get trucked by anybody, or someone would throw the ball at you. And
Quarterback is very, very, very hard.
And this is just like Gideon. This is a war. It's technically like a professional war, and so God is the head coach telling him to come and fight. And so he has no experience whatsoever and he's scared. And so just as you would be scared to go play football without knowing, he was scared too. But okay, so what did God bring to the angel of the Lord? What did Gideon bring to the angel of the Lord? Bread, yes. And he told him to, and then the angel turned it to flames with his staff. Gideon brought meat, broth, and unleavened cakes. Unleavened cakes means cakes without yeast.
I just realized I haven't heard Mercy.
Yes.
You haven't been talking.
I wanted her to do the Q&A.
Oh.
Oops.
Can somebody put on her one thing?
Yeah. No. Maybe.
So this one is pretty easy question. Does God give us signs?
Yes. No. Maybe so.
Guys, and the thing, almost everything that we've seen,
yeah,
there were so many signs from God.
3 signs.
Oh, like signs that he's real?
Signs that
like miracles.
yeah, like he's
like miracles? Yes.
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 Lots of miracles.
Thousands of billions of hundreds of billions.
okay.
Billions of billions of
Okay. What was the first task God gave to Gideon?
to say goodbye to all idols.
Yeah,
To
to
destroy.
To destroy them.
And who was the one who actually built this?
Daddy.
Yes, his father. Gideon's father built this.
Wow, that's
Cut his
amazing.
head.
And the thing is, Gideon was
Destroy it.
afraid because of that.
Oh
Because
yeah.
he knew that
I was right. Cut down.
God told Gideon to break down the altar of Baal and to cut down the Asherah.
Yeah.
What is that? Asherah? Can't see it.
Yeah, Ashira.
Asherah.
Next question is like a bully thing.
Do you think it is harder to stand up for what is right to a close friend or a bully?
Yeah, because
Close friend.
if you're like standing up to a bully, the bully might target you.
Yeah.
No, that's fine. I can be like, oh, take this. Oh.
If I had a bully, I don't care because I'm gonna say, "What you gonna do to me?" I can tell anyone.
Choo-choo. Please.
I can dance on them.
Me, I don't. If anybody says anything to you, you shouldn't care about what they say.
I would dance on them.
I feel like people will always have something to say.
I would tell a
Go
teacher.
to heaven.
I would break dance on them. I would be like,
I
"Ooh, look at
would tell a
me."
parent
Always
next to
pay
me.
attention to what God says instead of people and follow God instead of people's advices. Because Noah, when he was building his boat, other people were laughing at him and stuff.
Like you're
But
making
who
a
did
boat.
he listen to?
God.
It took him like years to build a boat, right? Imagine how those people would have mocked him and stuff. So it's very important for us to keep our eyes on the Lord.
Okay, what sign did Gideon ask God to provide?
Oh, to make I think
Please,
Food.
wet.
Yeah, the fleece. With
Wool
dew.
fleece, yeah.
Gideon asked that a fleece laid out overnight would be wet with dew, but not the ground around it.
yeah.
Mhm.
If God has-
If God asked you to do something terrifying, what kind of convincing and reassuring would you need?
Chips.
A lot. A lot.
Chips?
Chips, really? I would need so much reassuring.
There is one, but I can't think about it right now.
Okay.
I need.
How many warriors were originally in Gideon's army?
300. Wait, 10,000?
300?
30 what?
33,000 at first.
Yeah, before it was cut 33,000 to 300.
That was amazing.
How would you feel if your sibling took all the credit for the hard work you both did
It's like
cleaning the house?
32,700 people.
I'll be mad if she did that.
Yeah,
I would not talk to him for like a whole week.
because you did all that work with him, and then they just took all the credit and said, I did everything. And so God didn't want that with the Israelites, that they would take their credit, but it was all through God that they won.
That's just me.
Okay. How did God tell Gideon to further reduce the number of warriors?
I don't understand this question.
So you remember how it's 33,000 warriors? How did God tell him to make it
less
300?
people
Yeah.
who were confirmed? The way they drank water, so the ones that drank like dog.
So with their hands became warriors.
God would not let Gideon.
The men who bent down to drink out of the stream like dogs were to go home.
Oh. I just realized what I meant.
Is that water contaminated? Because it does not look like regular water.
Okay, guys.
Okay. So why do you think God wanted it to be so clear that he was responsible for the victory of the Midianites?
Oh, I'm so tired.
We discussed this one.
Oh, we did?
So it was so that they wouldn't take credit, and so to make sure that the glory was given to God through this victory. Okay. What did Gideon hear when he went down to the Midianite camp?
You see, I know some answers and some I don't know.
I don't think you guys know. Gideon heard soldiers discussing a dream. Oh yeah, that pointed to Gideon's victory. It was about a sword, I believe. The dream. How many grains of sand do you think are on a beach?
That is.
Nathan, you should know that. Nathan.
Yeah, you should know.
What?
You
Nathan,
should know how
should know
many
this.
there are. Tell us.
You should be a comedian, Mercy.
12 billion.
I think it's
What?
more than that.
More than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
200
Super
billion.
tiny and all.
It's in the jubillions.
But jubillions, trillions.
Billion.
But how did they find that weapon from?
What did Gideon give to each soldier?
A torch and
A torch and a pitcher and a sword.
It was a trumpet, a torch, and one jar.
Yeah. To hide the torch, there was a jar. They put it in the jar. Yeah.
And they broke the jar to let the torch out. What would you do if someone came into your room while you were sleeping and blew a trumpet? Ooh.
I would have won death.
Right?
It would wake you up.
What? Yeah.
It would wake you up. Leave that down.
I don't know.
there's so many things I would do, but I don't think it's best I shouldn't say.
It will wake you up.
Okay, so what did the Midianites do when Gideon and his army launched their attack?
They thought they were fighting the Israelites, so they started killing each other.
They grabbed their weapons and started running and fighting anyone they encountered, so they started to fight each other. If you spun around in a circle for a minute, how long would it take for you to regain your balance?
Probably 30 seconds.
15 seconds.
A while, yeah. Okay, so who wants to read the big idea for us?
Me.
That's Alice. I want somebody who hasn't participated.
No, please, me. Only the last time. The last time.
Read the Bible verse.
Is Didier next to you?
Me. Okay, I'm gonna choose 3 people.
Me.
You, please stop.
Me.
You, stop.
Okay, I'm gonna choose for this one, Big Bits Alot, and then the second one, Mini Bits Alot, my twin. She's gonna read the verse, and then Ermisha, you could read the closing prayer. You got
Okay.
that? Okay. So Big Bits Alot.
The big idea is if God calls us to something, he will equip us to be successful.
Yeah, so if God calls us to do something, he's gonna give us whatever we need for it in order to get that done. So he doesn't just call you and just leave you on your own. Yeah, you can trust him because he's gonna guide you through all of it.
Just like Gideon, he was unexpected person for him to use, and God uses those who are unexpected and the smallest of people to do amazing things for his glory. And there were so many times where Gideon was so scared and doubtful, but he let his faith take control and overcome his fear, and he put his trust in God and became a powerful leader and a judge. Okay, so next, Minibets Alot.
I think like we should let Chuchi read this.
Okay, True, read this. Minibets Alot, you can read the second
She
one.
likes verses.
Okay.
True.
Wait, let me just talk to her. She was washing her hands in the restroom.
Because she thought like I know she was gonna.
Yeah. Okay, Trie, go ahead and read the verse on the.
This is a good verse.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. When I am
Weak.
weak, then I am strong.
What? When I am weak, then I
Read
am
the
strong. What? Nathan, can you please explain that for me? Oh, read 2 Corinthians 12:10.
When I am weak, then I am strong.
When I am weak, then I am strong.
No, I meant, what does it mean?
Oh.
Means when you're weak, you're
When I'm not with the Lord, I'm weak. When I'm with the Lord, I'm strong.
strong.
Actually, like, yeah, when you're weak, you're strong, because when you're like really weak, God's power is really gonna show.
There's actually a verse that says it isn't like in those times, like when you're weak, God's grace gives you more. When you feel like you're down, his peace is more, his grace is more, his love is more for you. And so that's the reason why I'm emotional.
I got the answer correct.
Yeah.
Okay, so Minibets Alot, my twin, you're gonna read
Just
the
go
closing
ahead
prayer.
and pray. Everyone, close your eyes.
Bow your head.
Hey,
Bow your heads.
I thought Okay. you said I'm gonna do the prayer.
Oh, we switched it. You're in the
Yeah.
restroom, right?
I'll let you read the verse.
Yeah.
So Minibets Alot is gonna read this.
Okay. Dear Lord, even though we are weak, we know you are strong. Thank you for being our strength. Help us to find courage to answer your call like Gideon did. We ask these things in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Strength, yes. Okay.
Some takeaways from this.
True, you can if you want.
Is it done?
Yes.
We can leave. Can
Yeah. Let's say bye to each other.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Here, yeah. Giddy's going crazy, guys. We hear him. Sarah, thank you. Didn't really participate today, but thank you for joining, okay?
And good
Bye,
job,
baby.
Alot. She did a lot.
Oh,
Bye.
okay.
No. Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.